Hey, what's up, guys? I want to do a quick video. I don't want to type it all out about the playoffs and playoffs coming up and all this stuff. But I want to say thanks for playing this year. It's been a great year. I'm going to try to do one more video next week if I could. I've been kind of lacking this year. I'm going to fix this phone because, you've been busy. But I'm going to do the playoff breakdown right now. Nothing's in stone yet because everything's really close, especially in our division, the South Division. Everything's really, except for Dave Wall's team, everybody's pretty close, within one or two games of each other with 2 games to go. North is kind of the same way. It's a little more defined, but there's a couple spots up for grabs. So, excuse me, I'll be coughing the whole video. In the North, let's see. I'm going to do this on the fly. Steve's already in the playoffs, no matter what. Steve's first place, 8-3. Right now, the Exiles are sitting at 6-5. Mighty Dolphins and Dirty Devils are 5-6, both. So that's the 4 teams. John's 4-7. John would have to win pretty much win out, and stuff would have to happen there. So unless John wins out, it looks like that's going to be set. Where everybody lands as far as one's already set. Unless Exiles win out and Steve loses out, then we can have something else. But 2, 3, 4 might flip flop. If John wins out, one of those guys might be out in tiebreaker. We'll see how that goes. In our division, the South Division, right now, Vince is sitting at 8-3. Myself and Preet are at 7-4, and then Ant and Ray are at 6-5. Now Ray's playing Ant this week. Ray wins that game. Anthony's pretty much out of the playoffs because I hold a tiebreaker over him. I beat him twice. Preet beat him once. But Preet would have to lose, and then Preet plays. Here's what had happened. I'm sorry. So if Ray loses, then it's going to get real interesting. If Ray wins this week, Preet and Anthony play. If let's go over this again. If Preet loses this week and Anthony loses this week, it's going to come down to next week. They play each other. Who wins? That's pretty much how it's going to work out. If Ray wins and Preet wins, it's over. We're going to have top 4. Dave's Wall team's already out. Now, 1 through 4 can flip-flop depending on who wins what right here. So right now, it's really up in the air. We're going by tiebreakers this year, don't forget. First tiebreaker, head-to-head. Second tiebreaker, total points for. Third tiebreaker is total points against, least points against. And if it's still tie after that, which it fucking better not be, but if it's still tie after that, I'm going to flip a goddamn coin on video. I'll show you who wins. That's how we're going to do it. So you got 3 tiebreakers before that stupid coin flip. And if all those are tie, it's virtually impossible. So there's a lot going on. A lot more that I can't really predict with 2 weeks to go. Pretty much, I know Steve's already in. Vince is pretty much already in. Where they're going to land, Steve, I'm pretty sure is going to be in first place in that North. Who's going to be in first or what's going to happen in the South is still up for grabs right up to the last game of the season, which is funny because Ant and Preet, if they both lose this week, they'll be, well, not really. Yeah, they'll be playing for that because right now in head-to-head, they're 1-1. I'm sorry. Ant's actually 1-0 against them. So it's going to be interesting. But right now in the points, Preet got him by about 60, 70 points for right now, and he's about 200 points less against. So Preet has a pretty good shot. The other thing I want to talk about is ad drops. Don't forget now, once beginning of week 13 starts, whatever you don't use gets wiped out. You're going to get 1 for the playoffs. This is only for the guys that make the playoffs. You get 1 for the playoffs. The only way you can get 2 is if the guy gets hurt and is out for the season. If he gets hurt and he's on IR, you get to have another one. That's what we decided on last year. So remember, you get 1. So the guys who are making the playoffs, like Dave and Jim and maybe Condit, whoever you want to pick them up before the beginning of games on week 13. Once those games go off, you're out of luck. Okay? All right.